Greetings, friends, and a very good evening to you, and welcome to Crafters TV. It's Wednesday, can you believe? Slap bang in the middle of the week. We hope you've had a brilliant day. We've had a fun day today. It's been nice. We had a lovely little launch earlier on, which hopefully you saw, hopefully you purchased. If you didn't, you'll be able to watch that show back, no doubt, at some point over on CTV 24/7. But it's a lovely day, and we're finishing off in a nice way because, A, we all get to finish a bit early, which is always... That's not the main reason we're happy, Ben. No, there's lots of reasons that we're here because we're doing a craft along, of course. It is 1 hour, right? We are also celebrating the fact that it is National Craft Month. That continues. This week we are... Well, concentrating on mixed media goodies, because what we've done over the course of the last 3 weeks is that we have brought you codes on loads of different craft disciplines. So if you've got a favourite one, hopefully we've covered it off. If not, hopefully we will over the course of the next week or so. But this week it's all about mixed media. So NCM Mixed Media is your code. If you want to pick up loads of goodies, 30% off selected mixed media with said code. If you're not sure whether your item applies, just stick that code in at checkout. If it works, it works. Also, as I said, we're doing launches right throughout the month. We've got another launch coming your way tomorrow and some big launches coming next week. So it's very exciting. As I said, we are finishing off today with a fantastic little craft along. We are all aware of the fact that we have only got an hour, so we should be absolutely fine. And we're going to be concentrating on the Confetti Cut In dies, which I know a lot of you already had. The great news is if you've already got them, you'll be able to follow this craft along and do it at a time that suits you. If you haven't yet got them, you'll be able to pick them up in the show, and I will tell you all the details about those in just a few minutes' time. However, let us say hello to the lovely lady who is going to be taking us through this craft along with what I think looks like a stunning project. It's the one and only Debbie Robinson. How are you?
I am absolutely fine and dandy, thank you very much. And still feeling very happy here on a National Happiness Day. And what a joyous way to end the day as well on a craft along. So it's my kind of day. This is the project that we are going to be making using the confetti dies. I am going to give you the list of ingredients that you are going to need to make your craft along project. And to be fair, you could change this up with any of the confetti cut-in dies if you don't have the butterfly one. Right, here comes the list that you're going to be needing. I've used the Hello Butterfly stamp and die set. I've used some rectangular nesting dies on this one, but if you've got a circle, square, whatever shape, you can use those. The Cosmic Collection, I use the 12 by 12 pearl paper pad and the 12 by 12 mirror glitter card pad as well, which I'm going to ask rather nicely for Jake to go and find for me. Water reactive ink pads. I've used crushed velvet, fuchsia, lemon tonic and parakeet. And then the additional things that you're going to need to create this are as follows. You have got waterproof ink pad Noir Black. If you've got any of the other colours, it's absolutely fine. Multi-purpose cardstock, Gemini 2 die cutting machine, large guillotine, Scoremaster scoreboard, ink daubers, all-purpose glue, dotted tape pens and foam pads. And that's about it. Is all you're going to be needing for this. So while I run off and go and grab Jake, I'm going to throw back to all of it because I'll tell you now. I sent this list in last week, I think it was this week, I can't remember. Jamie gave it back, I promptly threw it in the bin and then could not remember what I used. So now I've seen the list of ingredients, I'm going to go and run and find the 2 paper pads that I actually need, whilst our lovely Ben takes you through everything else.
Thankfully, I'm #profession. I will pad for time whilst Debbie goes and does that. I'll say a few hellos and then we'll go through the deal with you as well. Jan's on the socials. Hello, Jan. Lovely to have you with us. And already in is Robin McMorrow saying hello again, everyone. Hello, Robin. Hello, Carol Garwood Beard, who says, I cannot wait for this one. Good morning, everyone. Amber Rays joins us. Hello, Amber. From Tucson, Arizona. And Sharon Tidmus says, looking forward to another hour of CTV before heading out to see friends for the evening. Carletta joins us from Arkansas. Hello. Hi also to Trish Lestelle. He says, happy Wednesday to everyone. I'm looking forward to the craft along today. And Carol Garwood Beard says, I think I could watch Debbie and Ben all day. Oh, Carol, Thank you, that's very kind. It's a good job because we've been on all day, haven't we, to be fair? Debbie's last day today, and then tomorrow, Sheena will be joining me here at Crafters TV, and then Friday, we have Lily for a first look and a cartload. On a Friday, I know. Sheena, on a Thursday, we just do it to keep you on your toes, honestly. Right, let's have a look at the collection. All of these available for you individually, should you wish, if you want to dip your toe in the water. Maybe you decide that you just want to copy Debbie's project and you want to get the bits and pieces to be able to do that. Then you can go individually. Best value for money, though, as always, is in the collection. And these are brilliant. If you enjoyed the confetti border dies that we did a little while back, as a lot of people touched on, these are going to just line up and work with those absolutely beautifully. But as standalone dies, they're incredible. A shameless plug here. If you watched the last episode of Moseby's Makes, you will have seen me using one of these I made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a inky background with a smoosh and everything.
Oh,
spritzing and going with the duet ink pads.
Gets you. I love
the card
it.
in now. I'll show you after the show. But I
what's
never did the
happened?
giveaway, did I? I didn't. I have to do that. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about this set. This set, cutting in this amazing confetti design. So you've almost got that explosion this time of your floral confetti. Leaves you that beautiful shape in the centre there, which you can then add your sentiment to. We give you the sentiment in this set, which is brilliant. So you can put in your little happy die there, and then you've got all of your stamps again to create your own sentiment. So be happy, happy birthday, and you make me so happy. Then you're going to get within the set love, which is of course that heart. And think about this again, all of these bits that you're going to be cutting out, these heart bits, you'll be able to keep in your little gubbins box, use them elsewhere for embellishments, use them for shakers. It's such a really, really fun set to be working with. You've got your love there, of course, with love, love you, and love from, or from love. No, not from love. That doesn't make any sense, Ben. Love, unless your name is Love, then that would make sense. You've got butterflies in here. Move on, Ben, move on. This one says, hello, hello you, hello beautiful, hello there. I think you're going to absolutely love this one as well, which is the streamers. That does look like a confetti cannon has just been let off. Let's party, time to party, and birthday party. Then you're going to get your star. Again, this is super cute. Think of all of those little bits and pieces that you're going to be cutting out there that you can keep to embellish elsewhere on your project, or indeed keep for a shaker. Or, I mean, there's some paper piecing opportunities if you really want to with the bigger ones. Superstar, you're a star, and a shining star. And then last but by no means least, whoa! That's like a firework going off. We've had raindrops, snow, frozen fractiles from Frozen, whatever you want it to be. Thank you, love you, and just for you. £44, 56 bucks is the platinum price on this. This is such a fun collection again, Debbie, and doesn't it allow you to make like stunning cards, but with the minimum of fuss?
Absolutely, that's what I'm loving about, honestly, love about this collection. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Shall we start? Right, we'll start with this one. We'll build the card around it. We'll start with the main item first. So we're going to come straight in with our Hello Butterfly stamp and die set, and your stamps are on the other side. I have used this actually. Yes, you have, Debbie. Do you know that? I'm thinking in my head, where's the hello? The hello's there. It's right in the band snack in the middle of the butterfly.
What
on earth is wrong with me? Now, we're going to start with a piece of multi-purpose cardstock to get ourselves going, and we're going to cut this down to, for now, 7 by 7. We might trim it off, but we'll start with a piece that measures at 7 inches by 7 inches. And that will be what we're going to work from. So if I just move that out of the way, we'll do the rest of that later. And I'm just going to double check that against my piece. Oh, yes, absolutely fine. Right, now, I love the fact that there's no outside cutting edge, which means all of this stays cutting into your cardstock. And I've had a little play around with it because you've seen people use it in the main function there with the centerpiece. However, we're going to have a little play with it in terms of where we're going to lay this down. Now, to start with, we're not going to die cut first, we're going to ink through it, because if you look at that large open space, you've got a space where you can apply ink before we do any die cutting. So I'm going to hold it down first with some low tack tape, and I hope I haven't packed my low tack tape. No, you haven't packed away anything, Debbie.
Always organised, Debbie.
Always organised, always total professional.
That's it.
So I'm going to hold that down first, and I've anchored it on at a little jaunty angle, a skew whiff, however you want to say, Katie corner. Now I've got all my inks here, apart from the one that I did want, which was Parakeet. So I've had to use Frozen Lake. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I've got the rest of them. So I've got Lemon Tonic, Fuchsia, Parakeet if you've got it at home, Frozen Lake, and Crushed Velvet. And I've got
What was the one you
daubers.
did a minute ago?
That one? Oh no! Every time. Yes, that would be the fuchsia then.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yes, I just knew that was coming. I'm going to match up. I think that might match better, that one. I'm going to match up these rather than use some of the new ink daubers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to match them up to the colours.
Yes.
And a bit of... Ooh.
Oh, hello.
A little live one there. A little live one. Right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of inking. Now,
Okay.
I always start with the lighter of the colours and then build up to the darker ones. And it is, when I say random, Ben, it's random. We're going to go in and we're going to just slap, favourite term, slap some ink.
Slap and smoosh.
Slap and smoosh, love a little bit of smooshing. And we're going to use that as a little template to guide where our ink is going.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with that lightest.
Yeah. I'm just waiting as well, and I won't say what I'm talking about here, but Debbie will know. I'm just waiting for the first person to comment on the strange thing in the studio that you will see shortly.
I wonder what you're talking about.
I know you do know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, has anyone noticed it yet? When you do notice it, you'll be wondering what it is, and then we'll talk about it. But until somebody spots it.
Somebody are bound to spot it soon.
Yeah.
Somebody about. It's a bit of happiness, isn't it?
It
Spread
is
a bit of
it's a bit of
happiness.
fun and happiness on National Happiness
Yes.
Day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Liam spotted it.
Liam
Liam's in the
spotted
studio.
it. He's coming in close into to have a little nosy.
Yeah. And he's
Yeah.
smiling, I think. Either that or he's got wind, I'm not sure which.
He's got what? So I am just literally randomly, I'm just taking it and randomly popping that on there. If you want to blend any more out, if you're not happy with the blend, just go back in with the lightest of your colours and you can add more ink to this as you go along. So I'm just going to come on and add a little bit more. We've got everybody in studio this afternoon.
Everyone's in the studio. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Let's
They're
have a little.
looking
Let's
for-
have a
they're
look. What they're
looking for
looking
stuff.
for.
What you lost, everyone?
Look who I've got. Look who I've got peeking.
What-
I don't know what's going off.
What you
I don't know
lost?
Have you lost something?
Come to Nikki Gemini Mini.
Oh, it's a good job. I don't need it. What are you wanting?
Well, I want the folder.
Oh, I couldn't find one. I've had to use one in my bag. Now, if you go in my bag there at the front, can you see me cheetah one?
Well, I think I'll have these samples while I'm here.
Look, get your hands off my things, you.
Oh, they're pretty.
Thank you very much. That was my craft along yesterday. Do you like it?
Lovely.
Feeling all got the bosses tell me how
Love
lovely it
it.
is. Thank you very much. Yes, we did the craft along yesterday. Yeah, but if you find this, if you look there, what you doing? Get that back in there, missus. Psst, psst, psst. Can you see it poking out my bag? There you go. You can borrow mine. I mean, you wouldn't believe we have a great big craft studio. Yes, there you go. You're very welcome. Oh dear. Right, so that's the first one done.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to leave that right now as it is, because what we're going to do is, and also I'm going to do with this, Ben, just because there's a bit of excess ink on there, so I've got a little bit of a wipe, so I'm just going to wipe around that edge, and I'm not too careful with it, to be fair, but I just want to run it through the machine. What I don't want to do, though, is transfer it all over the place. So while I've got the low tack tape down and we've done the first part, we're going to bring our plate in, and I'm going to bring in the smaller ones, and then I'm going to now die cut through.
Cindy's asking, could you use quick dry ink for what you've just
Yes, quick
done?
dry, any of your inks, duet ink pads, shimmer ink pads, you can use any of those ink pads that you want to be able to do that inky background with.
Okay.
And then we're going to run this through. Uh-oh, hang on a minute. Uh-oh. Tell you, we've got everybody. Look, we've got everybody.
Jack, you may as well go in now because everyone's doing it. Go on, you get in. Go on, go on. If you're not, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Everybody's been at the back of me. It's very very hard to concentrate,
What's
you
so
know.
good over this side of the studio?
But they've all been looking for bits and bobs. Although Sarah's nicked off for me samples. Don't know what she's doing with him.
Get out of my side of the studio, you! Go on.
Oh dear. You can tell we're having a lot of fun on National Happiness Day,
Yes, I love
you?
how you keep bringing it back to that, Debbie, yes.
I know. Well, total professional, that's why. Hang on a minute. Who has hijacked the Gemini 2?
Wait, what's going on there,
I wonder
Debbie?
what's going off there. Look, shh. My little bri. Although I've got to give him back. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
Soon to be returned to his rightful owner.
In tomorrow.
So I've laid him down for a little bit, thought him a bit of a rest, had a little pillow underneath there. And he's had a very busy week, he has. And if you've been following the story of old Brian, I mean, I prefer Bri, to be honest.
Bri, got nicknames and all sorts now.
He's got a new nickname, yeah, but that was his alias, but unfortunately I got caught out. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Sheena and her detectives.
Some of the stuff she's posted is hilarious.
Now, I've just realised I didn't put the right combination platform on, so that's because too busy talking. There we go. Let's get the right combination in there. I forgot there, you know, it's that Brian. That's that old Brian. Yeah, he's putting me off, he is. He's putting me off. Right, so I'm going to come back in now, and this will be your first one. Now, I will tell you, all of those little confetti bits that pop out, you're going to use some of those butterflies. So please, do not throw them away, because we're going to do a bit of decoration with those in a moment. Right, so let's take off our low-tack tape. Let me get underneath there. Come on, Debbie. Come on, girl. There we go, I'll do it this way. That's better.
Oh, yes.
There. And now you can see how we've created, let me just get that last bit of tape off, how we've created that cut-in feature and then that lovely inky as well.
Brilliant.
So what we're going to do now, don't worry about this, because we'll be able to disguise that in a second, and that was just because I'd left a little bit of ink on the die. We're going to now have a little play. However, can you see, in my die, there's still all those lovely butterflies.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drop that onto me and just push those over there.
Okay.
And I've got a few more, and rather than poke each individual one out, I'm dropping it, and if you notice, I'm not dropping it massively.
No.
I'm dropping it gently.
And we keep those, don't we?
We
for another
keep all
project?
of those bits, yes, because you're going to use those for a project. If there's still some left over, then we're going to pop that like so. Let me just make sure I've got that bit right. There we go. Now, next piece, I think it depends on where you want to go with this. So I'm going to have a little one coming down here. In fact, I want to bring it just a little bit over. Not worrying about this side, but again, we're just going to have a little play around with where we're going to position these. And what I want you to be careful and mindful of is that you don't, do you know these dies here, there's cut out butterflies and confetti.
Yeah.
So don't go over the top, otherwise you'll end up with big gaping cuts. You need to make sure that you've got your piece, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it here first, I think.
I like it when you do that, like, sort of over the edge.
Yeah, I love
never
over the
think of
edge
doing that.
technique. It's a really nice technique. So again, just pop that on. I'm going to hold that down with a bit of low tack tape again. And again, we're just going to repeat that process.
Okay.
Get your ink and then just slap on wherever you feel like you want to slap that on.
Whilst we're watching you slap it on, as it were, we'll say hello to Karen from Florida and Rosalind. Amber Ray says, how are you, handsome Ben and beautiful Debbie? Oh, thank you. I think we're good, aren't we, Debbie?
Yeah, absolutely fine, yeah.
Darla Rodriguez says, good morning, handsome Ben and lovely Debbie from sunny Tucson, Arizona, 64 degrees.
Ooh. Wow.
Hi, beautiful people, says Heidi Hess. Hello, Heidi Hess. She says, I'm so happy to have the Debbie and Ben show. Me too. It's the last one for a little while.
It is.
Love the dies, says Sarah Muir. And she also says, I never thought of doing that. What a great trick, inking with the die as a template. Yeah. All the tricks Debbie's got, I tell you. Rosalind says, this show is only an hour and it's already hilarious. And Heidi says, Debbie, if you don't get this done in an hour, it's not your fault, lol.
It's all the disruptions that have been happening.
I know. It's busy, and it's like Piccadilly Circus in here today, I tell you what. Patty Pym says, can't wait to use the dies and make the card. And Sarah says, nice babysitting of Brian.
Yeah, we had to, didn't we? And to be fair, I mean, it's really Sheena's fault. She discarded him.
I know,
He was
just
on the
threw him.
floor under the counter.
I know.
And I came in on Monday and I did say, what's this?
I know.
I just was like, who is this? And that's when I got told it was Brian.
That's it.
Yeah, and I will tell you, keeping Brian company under the counter was Becky Swan's bag.
Yes.
Yes, and also found a Becky Swan sweetie.
Oh, there was a whole packet in there before Brian
Well,
got to
she's
them
left
then.
one behind, Ben. So, and I have, look at the willpower I've had. Not touched it. And I
love it.
apparently, so let's see if I can remember me rounders.
Oh, what a chuck.
Shot. Here. Yes. I used to be
That's
in
been
the...
under there for a week, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, I will eat it. We might try it.
It's all wrapped up. You're fine. You're safe. You're fine.
What size is the card you're making us, Trish?
We will be making an 8x8 card, but
Yeah.
the base that I've started with is 7x7. So, yeah, that's a good little question there. But yeah, we've started with a 7x7 piece. And again, all I'm going to do is lift. Again, if you see a little bit of inky, you know, smooshing in the background, don't worry. It'll just add to the effect. And then again, I'm just going to move that to one side, drop all those pieces because there's lots of little butterfly. All these confetti pieces, they will make amazing shaker cards. And imagine cutting it out in different colours. You know, you could do an inky background and you've got a really lovely template for lots of shaker elements to go in there. So I'm just going to make sure I've got rid of all of your pieces so you can start it coming together. And then again, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the placement. So again, don't worry about this centrepiece because most of that is going to be covered up with our little sentiment. What I'm doing is making sure though none of the extra pieces are going to double cut over, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, so a little bit of low tack tape again, hold that into place both sides, get that ink, slap back on.
Sarah Muir says this is effective. I love the flutterby. What a great technique. Thank you, Debbie. I shall be giving this a try with my dies because I just love the effect. And Chazelle says, hi everyone, I'm a little bit late, but I have these dies and inking them like that looks brilliant. I think this is something that a lot of people are going to try, Debbie. People haven't thought about using them this way because you wouldn't automatically think of using dies like that, would you?
No,
Of
no.
course you wouldn't, you know.
Yeah, you would just think automatically straight to cut. And I thought rather than trying to find that outline, I'm using that, you know, the silhouette of the, because obviously that don't cut out. That's the bit that doesn't cut out. Right, again, all I'm going to do is pop that back onto my plate. When I put this on, I'll just show you when I'm popping it on there. Don't worry about the plate getting cut. There is no card underneath there, so it should be okay. If you feel like you don't feel comfortable doing that, then all I'm... Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't wipe the ink off. Oh, that was close. Yeah, don't worry because it's just like a piece of card underneath it, but
Yeah.
I'm quite comfortable in doing that. So I'm just going to wipe off that excess ink. And then again, I'm going to come in and just die cut that too.
Hi, Teresa from sunny San Diego. It's going to be 70 degrees today. Beautiful day in paradise, says Teresa. Pat says, got my confetti dies, cannot wait to experiment with them, and I love the colours that Debbie has used. And Francine P says, hello Debbie and Ben from Medford, New Jersey. I've ordered these and I love them. We cannot wait to see what you guys make, and do let us know if you do this craft along too, because we always enjoy seeing what you have been making.
We do indeed. We do indeed. Now, I'm just going to lift off that again. In fact, I'm going to turn it round this time and just pull away because we're starting to go into like a little piece of the cardstock. And you can start to see now how that's all coming together. And again, all I'm going to do is drop the pieces onto that table. There we go. And again, don't throw any of those away. These make perfect shaker cards. I'm just going to drop that a little bit. There we go, that's better. And we are going to be using some of those, so don't be throwing them away. There we go. And then lastly, we're going to come up to this top corner. So I'm going to start with that. Rather than turn it around, you can if you want to. You'll create a different effect, like a little kaleidoscope of butterflies, but I'm going to use the bottom part of it. And again, I'm making sure none of these pieces are cutting over the pieces that I've already used, you know, where I've die cut them out. And again, I'm not going to worry if there's a bit of excess ink anywhere because that'll be covered up in a second when we do a little bit more of a technique.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to pop on my colours
can't believe we've only got you for another 30 minutes and then...
I know.
When are you next back?
Do you know, I don't know.
Oh.
I think I'm going to say about 2 weeks.
Is it? I suppose
I'm at Hobby Waker this weekend, and is it start of April? Yeah, I want to say around the start of April.
Well, you're not in the first week of April. You're not on the first... Oh, I'm not
It
here
must
then.
be second week. Oh, I'm going to miss you. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
am, because guess I'm going to be working with our lovely Becky Swan.
Ah.
Yeah, but I'm working with Becky and Lily, so I'm going to miss you then, Ben. I'm not going to see you. And
I'm not going to
our lovely
see
Jamie.
you
He's away as
until-
well. Oh, Debbie, what are you doing, girl? You forgot to die cut it.
It's probably going to be May now. Then I won't see you till May.
Oh, you're kidding
I'm
me.
not kidding.
Wow, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
That is a long time.
It is.
May? I don't think I can cope without seeing you till May. I don't. I don't think I will. I'm not happy with that.
Well-
Right, so I'm going to come in now and I'm going to pop that back on because Debbie forgot. She was lifting it off and thinking, where's the die cut pieces? Well, the die cut piece is not there because I didn't die cut it like a silly billy. Right, and then this will be the last of the die cutting with the confetti die. Now I'm just going to make sure I can get that piece in there, so I'm going to push that across because I am using the smaller plates. There's always a way around it, especially with the Gemini 2. Yeah, that's the whole part of that bit. We'll just do the sentiment and the stamping afterwards.
And just genuine, I'm not trying to catch you out here, but what colours are you using again? Just because loads of people are loving them. I won't do it, I promise.
So I am using a lemon tonic, fuchsia, crushed velvet, and I did use parakeet on my original make, but this is the frozen lake that's in the studio because we can't find the parakeet anywhere. So yes, so there are the 4 colours that I've used in this particular design. But to be fair, the frozen lake and the parakeet, quite similar, quite similar. So now you can see that we've got that piece done. So I'm just going to move that to one side. Again, I've still got lots of bits in here, so let's get all of those out. And we're just going to push those to one side. I'm not getting rid of them. What I am going to get rid of, though, at the minute... Oh, no, I'm not, because you need it again, Debbie. Getting carried away again. I get carried away very easily these days.
Oh, I know.
I know. I'm more distracted because Sarah's pinched away with me samples and I need them because I need them for Hobby Maker this weekend, so I'm hoping she hears me.
What's she taking them for?
I don't know. I've no idea. Hijacked them.
Samples of what, this?
No, me makes what I've been making and she's just pinched me box and I need it back. So I'm hoping when we're finished I can go and get it back because I need them.
I didn't realise that. What did you... Shall I go and get them? Shall I go and get them for you, Debbie?
No, she might be using them because she's doing some filming. No.
Oh.
And plus I'm quite flattered that she
I know.
wants to use them. That's a highly loving that. How long? Oh, right, okay, let's stop talking, less gassing. Less gassing, more creating. Although, to be fair, we've done quite a nice bit there, but I want to add a little bit of a splashy background. So, I'm going to use a couple of the colours. So I'm just going to drop a bit of the colour down. And again, a little bit of the colour there. I'll put those up because I'm not going to be needing. I think I might just drop a little bit more there. And I'm going to in fact, I'm just going to stick to 3 of them. You could use all colours if you want, but I'm just going to stick to 3 of those colours.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just grab myself a little bit of water and a little brush.
Okay.
And I say a little brush, I'm going to grab my little brush because everything disappears from the studio, Ben. I don't know about you, but things just go walkabouts.
If I ever borrow anything from over that side, I always put it back.
Do you? You're a good one.
Especially since Debbie tidied.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to face the wrath of Debbie.
Debbie's going to be mighty annoyed when she sees all the ink pads that are missing. She put them all in a lovely order and they've all on walkabouts.
Wasn't
now,
me.
I am just picking a little bit of watery ink now and just dropping a few splashes. Is Debbie in next week?
Yes, she is.
You can tell her it isn't me. And literally...
And it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Oh, have you heard that, Nicola?
No,
Have you heard
she says,
her?
I'm going to tell her it was Debbie
So again,
and
just
Ben.
water the ink down and splash a little bit of ink over the white. It just softens that white up that little bit. And then all I'm going to do now is I'm also going to drop some clean water. So this time, in fact, let me just wipe up that excess ink. Let's just get rid of that ink. And then I'm just going to drop down over the butterflies splatters of water to do a little bit of faux bleaching.
Okay.
If you don't want to do that, you're absolutely fine to leave it as the solid colour. I just love that effect that it creates, so I quite like that. I'm going to let that water just soak into that ink just for a second or two. I think I splashed my face.
What?
With ink. I'm pretty sure when I was doing that purple, I faux bleached my face.
And you look pretty.
Right, so now I've let that soak in, I'm going to come down, let that ink get soaked up by the tissue, and then pull that back, and you've got that lovely distressed kind of watery effect.
Yeah,
if you want to add some more and you're not happy with just add a little bit more. Until you are happy with the results. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to just drop a few bits more down there because I do love that technique.
Looks good.
I think it looks so clever and so good. And so all I'm going to do now is let that dry just for a second. So I don't know if you want to just pause for just a couple of minutes while that just dries off, because then we'll come to add in all the rest of the things that we need to do to finish that craft along project.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a short little break because if you've got this in your basket, then opportunity for you to get that checked out. Any more comments and questions, fire them in. I know there's a lot of people loving this craft along, and lots of you loving the colours that Debbie has used as well. So if you love the confetti cut-in dies, you can buy the collection now, or indeed just jump in for those individuals. It's entirely up to you, and we'll come back in about 3 or 4 minutes time after we have heard from the lovely Debbie Fisher.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that, other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. And if I'm presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat. Then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and within about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is The Weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about a couple of years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Beautiful colours, says Amber Raisin. Eleanor Swing Jones says, oh, wow, I really love the butterflies. They are so pretty. Katie Hall loves the colours and the splash effect. It's really cool, isn't it? It creates such a wonderful effect. Good evening, Ginger Bailey, saying, loving the butterflies. Sarah Muir says, couldn't help myself. The confetti dies have just flown into the basket and I've checked out. Evening, Michael Adams, who says, good evening, Ben and Debbie, from Stephanie and myself. And Rachel Jones says, my 3-year-old rascal child who never sits still is sat like a dream watching Debbie. He's not moved since 5 o'clock. Best day ever.
Oh, like my little 3-year-old, my little Ezzy. I was chatting to them earlier, and they were telling me all these tales about, he's got a, bless him, Ben, he's got a black eye.
What?
He went to a play centre on Sunday, a little girl walked into a play centre, punched him straight in the eye. 3-year-old. And this little girl, like, buffed him straight in the eye.
For what reason?
No reason at all.
Oh.
And then the poor little mite, he fell at nursery, and so he's got a cut under his chin, a cut down here, and a cut on his nose, but he's told me he's broke his nose.
Okay.
I broke my nose, Nan. I'm like, has he really broke his nose? She went, no, he's just got a graze down it. But yes, so I'm pleased he's sat there. What's his name?
It doesn't say.
Did she say his name?
So let us know his name, Rachel,
Yeah,
and we can
and I'll
give him a little mention,
shout
give him a little wave.
out.
And genuinely, someone else has asked what colours you use to create your... They have.
Never use my smirking you.
Robin McMorrow's asked.
Okay then, so we used, well, I used for this one Frozen Lake, but in the original it was parakeet,
Yeah.
lemon tonic, crushed velvet,
Yeah.
and fuchsia.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Can't get no back to the fuchsia jokes in there, can you now? Right, are you ready? Mm-hmm. He gave me that look then. He gave me a look. You love that joke though, you and Craig. Who started that? Was it you?
I think Craig claims it, but I don't know.
You think it was you?
Probably. All the funny stuff is, isn't it? You know, slash annoying stuff.
I've decided to put at the back of mine some of that gorgeous mirror card that comes from that Cosmic collection. You can choose any at this point, and because this is 7 by 7, I'm going to go up 1/4 inch to 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. So I'm just going to take that up to that, and this is going to sit on the top of, I mean, it just looks gorgeous because it just captures a little bit of that shine through there and looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, because this is so heavily die cut, we are going to use dotty tape pen and a little bit of, because I'm going to go around all those butterflies, and also either tacky glue or one of your stronger glues to stick the rest, the solid, what I call the solid pieces down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go around all of those butterflies for now, Ben.
Oh, sorry, stopped.
I looked up, I thought it's gone very quiet.
No, I'm just reading comments because I was sort of listening, and then I thought you were going to go, I'm just going to do this, and then you just sort of stopped. But anyway, I can carry on, it's fine. Nobody noticed. Paul Prince has joined us from South Carolina. Ginger says, I'm loving all of the colours and butterflies. Oh, and the rascal child, Rachel's rascal child,
yes,
can also be called Walter.
Oh,
that's such a lovely name.
What a lovely name.
Say hello, say hello, say hello.
How will I say? So, hello, Walter, if you're watching. Hi. Ben, you do it, Ben. You do it.
Hi, Walter. Hi. Well done for sitting still for the last 40 minutes. We're very entertaining, aren't we?
Are we?
Yeah, well, we must be.
Said?
Walter's finding us very entertaining.
Oh.
And everybody else as well, I'm sure.
That's what I was going to say. Is Walter crafting along with us?
It doesn't say that. It just said he sat like a dream. So I imagine that.
He's just, what a sweet.
He's entranced, I think, by your craft along, Debbie. That's what it is. Probably all of the bright colours.
I'll tell you what it'll be. It'll be the bright colours.
It will be.
It'll be all the bright colours on there. So again, all I've done now is I've stuck that down and given it a really, really, really good stick. So I'm going all over the areas where the dotty tape pen, you need to give it that little bit of heat to make sure they settle down onto there. But looks just glorious. There we go. So that is that main part, and then we're going to build up the layers because I have added layers on. We'll do the first part, we'll do the card base itself. Talk about this all the time. I make my own card bases from scratch. That's what we're going to do right now. If you have got 8x8 cards at home that you use already pre-done, that's absolutely fine, but I just don't waste me pennies on that anymore. I just buy them, you know, don't buy them pre-made anymore. I just make them. So 8x8, so that's the first part of the card base. The second piece will go to, actually we'll go to 8 3/4. You could take it to 9 if you don't want to round it up to a 3/4. But I'm going to do this just with a 1/4 inch tab. So this measures in at 8 3/4 by 8. And then we're going to bring our scoreboard in. So let's grab the scoreboard. And we're going to take that to, now if you've got a score master or a big score it'll be easy, but on a score master all you're going to do is take it to either the 8 or you could have scored it in at 3/4 inch, but I'm going to take it up to that 8 mark.
Okay.
So I'm just going to pop that down and then give that a burnish, and then we're going to attach the two. So I'm going to bring in my tape pen, my solid tape pen, and I'm going to pop couple of lines down there and then take the 8x8 up to that score line, and we can always trim this down if you've gone a little bit too far or you've not, you know, it'll be absolutely fine. Just make sure you're sealing that. You can seal it on the outside or on the inside, depends where you want to pop that. Now I've actually got a little bit of a lead, what we call a leading edge, which means in the world of cards you'll find that your cards open really easy because it's always a fraction bigger. Me personally, I'm not a lover of leading edges.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to trim mine down. But if you want to keep that leading edge on there, which means for your recipient...
So your card's more difficult to open then?
Oh dear, I just find it a little bit too, for me, I don't know if it's something to do with my brain, but I don't like seeing that.
No, I know what you mean. It makes it look like it's a bit wonky, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Now I've chosen, because I've got crushed velvet into my card base, I've chosen from that Cosmic Pearlescent card, I chose the purple one. You can choose whatever I suppose it depends on the inch that you've used.
Yeah.
But I want to come down a 1/4 inch, so I'm going to take that to 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. I am actually going to do this because we've got plenty of time to do this. I am going to take out the centre. I'm going to extract it.
You need your V-blade trimmer, as Craig calls it.
As he definitely does. I just call it a paper trimmer. But all I'm going to do is take out the centre. So you've got your markings on here. I'm going to take about 1 inch out. So I line it up to the inch paper trimmer. Now, you wouldn't be able to do this on a normal guillotine. No. If you've got a craft knife, you can use a craft knife to do this with a craft ruler.
I haven't tried one of these yet, but you guys seem to do this ever so quickly. Is it as easy as you make it look?
It is absolutely super easy to use, and it takes it out instantly. Yeah. Which means, for me, you're not wasting your cardstock. I've now got some more cardstock to play around with, should I need it for another project. Yeah. We are going to be using it in a second, though. So I'm going to bring in my wet glue. So let's come in with a wet glue. And then I'm just going to, unbelievably warm in the studio today. Every time I've reached for this glue, it's dried up. Every single time. Hey dear.
I think it's warmer over your side of the studio because I've got the radiator on this. That's probably why it's so warm, actually.
It could well be.
I've had the radiator on.
It could be just translating over here, that heat.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Translating. Sporting?
No. Could be... No. Could be going over your side of the studio.
And then we're going to bring in a white base because I want to give it that nice frame because I've got a bit of white in that background. So we're going to take this down too. So obviously the main card was 8x8 and the purple was 8 3/4. So I'm going to come down to 7.5 by 7.5 for that square.
Okay.
Just move. I'm going to move all of these bits because I can see bits of cardstock piling on top of each other. I'm just going to move everything out of the way to keep that nice and tidy.
Lots of people, it's quite nice actually. I don't think we've got many crafting along right now, but Cindy says, I plan on making this card tomorrow. That's Cindy Richmond, and she says, great tips and great instruction. And Paul Prince ×4 says, I've missed most of the craft along, but I'm going to watch it back and I will give it a whirl. So we'll have lots of people, I think, hopefully over the coming days, sharing their makes. Dawn's joined us as well, and also Stephanie Theodos, who says, I'm not crafting with you, Debbie. I'm watching and I'm having popcorn.
Ooh, love a bit of popcorn.
Me too.
Salted caramel popcorn, toffee
I like the mixture.
I like the sweet and salty.
That's what I mean.
Is that the one
Sweet
you
and
like?
salty,
Yeah, I got introduced to
Yeah.
that not so long ago, actually.
Oh.
55 years on this planet, and I think I tried it first time ever last year.
What, popcorn?
Delicious. Sweet and salty.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought sweet and salty do not go together. What? What a revelation it was to find out they actually do, and they
Taste
taste
sensation.
delicious.
And,
what a taste sensation that is.
No calories in popcorn either.
Is there really?
Just puffs of air, isn't it?
Is that what you're claiming?
There is definitely there's definitely calories in popcorn. I just always feel though when you get to the cinema and get a big tub of popcorn, because I can eat the whole tub, I come out telling myself afterwards, well, there's only little puffs of air, there's no calories in that. You know, it's corn as well. It's vegetable, isn't it?
I like it. I like how you're trying to justify eating the popcorn.
Yeah, a massive box of it.
Now you can see all your mats and layers are perfectly framed because I've gone down that 1/4 inch with each one. So obviously now that is coming together, but we just need to finish off in that central part. And that's when I brought in a couple of my rectangle nesting dies. So I'm going to use a piece from... In fact, you know what? I'm going to use it from this one. I'm just going to trim this down to size a little bit. I am going to cut out the word hello as well onto there.
Yeah.
So let's go in with the... And I'm going to make, again, because that's going to be the outer base, I'm going to put that into the centre so that I've got a little bit of... I'm not wasting too much cardstock again. It's just those little things, isn't it? And I know I've been joking.
Cindy just asked as well if you could repeat the measurements of the purple.
Absolutely, I will do. So the purple cardstock, let me just bring this in for a second because I'm going to just cut that down as well. Let's cut that up and then I'll give you those measurements. Yep, that's right. So if I just bring in back the base before we run that through the die cutting machine, you've got an 8x8 card base. The purple one is 7 3/4 square.
Yep.
The white one is 7.5 square. The pink mirror card that sits under the frame of the confetti cut in is 7 1/4 square, and the main base where we did all the cutting in is 7 by 7 square. I hope that helps.
There you go, Cindy.
Yeah. Right, so let's get these two pieces cut, and then we're going to do a little bit of stamping and then add some butterflies. And
But you've timed this to perfection, haven't you?
I know, I think we've just got about this nailed down right.
Pat says, I think it's so amazing how Debbie can do this so quickly. I guarantee you this would take me a whole day to do. I will time myself. Well, what I would say to that, Pat, is A, I bet you it wouldn't, but B, it's not a race, is it? Not a race. I mean, it is a race for you guys because, you know, you have to do it in a set amount of time. But for you guys at home, take as long as you want to do it, you know. Yeah,
I'm just under a bit of a deadline kind of thing because it's an hour craft along. As you saw yesterday, I may have thought I had 2 hours. So I didn't quite get it completely decorated, but we did the majority of it. Whereas I knew this was an hour craft along. I don't ask me why I managed to mess that timing up with yesterday's, but we did okay. We did okay. Now I've got my word hello. And now, again, you've got choices with your piece. Now, before we actually stick that down, we are going to stamp onto it, so don't just get carried away. We're going to cover that up in a second. You're not going to see it. So don't worry about that too much. So we'll come back to that in a minute. So I'm just going to literally pop my dies to one side.
Yeah.
And then we are going to, this right way around. Yeah, we're going to stamp. So I'm going to grab a rocker block.
Okay.
You can use stamping platforms, rocker blocks. And I think I may have missed this off my ingredient list, and I apologise profusely.
You're all right.
I know, what am I like? What am I like? And to be fair, you can ink in any waterproof, you can ink in, look at Jamie checking me list then. Yes, I did forget, Jamie. I did forget. I get worse with age, I swear I do. Right. Stamp. Back of your piece, I'm going to have Hello Beautiful on mine. And I'm going to just pop that onto my rocker block. And yeah, you can use any of the finesse, you can use anything, to be fair, to stamp with. If you're using your quick dries, it'll look nice on your quick dry. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to drop it to just at this bottom right-hand corner, and I'm just going to. Oh, I got stuck then. Just stamp my word beautiful. And then with the yellow, now you can either use a dotty tape pen at this point, because I am no good with sentiments of a delicate nature, and I'm so heavy-handed with my dotty tape pen, it's a no from me. Yeah, and I want to get it all completed as well without stressing about having to recut anything. So I'm going to grab my Hello.
Yeah.
And again, just stick it little bits to the left-hand side this time.
I'm with you, Debbie, with the whole, something like this. I'm a bit of, not that I craft as often as you, but I like using the little bottle you've got there. I think it's just a little bit easier.
Yeah, I find the decanted bottles, absolutely.
And you've got that precision tip, haven't you?
Yeah,
so you can get all the slight
absolutely.
little teeny-weeny places.
Yeah. Now I've just dropped that and just dropped bits of glue. Now I want you to go back to your butterfly cutouts, your little confetti cutouts. Now I've got a pick-up pencil. I got asked this question earlier about my pick-up pencil. It is a very old Sticks 2. I've sent a link to the lady who asked me, but Sticks 2 are a company up north.
Yeah.
You'll hear Craig talk about them a lot. Mine, it's battered. It's years old. I've just ordered myself 2, and I've checked the. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, well loved. I've checked the status, and it's actually been delivered. So I've got two new ones, because I've lost me one at home as well. So I don't even know how I've lost that. But all I'm doing is adding the white ones on there. Now I know on the camera, difficult to see. If you want to add a bit of ink to them, you can add some ink to them. I don't personally want to add ink. I just want to add a little bit of a white on white. Thinking of the word, not actually.
White on white what? Faux embossed?
White on white.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm just looking for. Don't
That's
even
what
know
you
why I'm
said.
trying to overcomplicate things, Ben. I don't know why I'm trying to overcomplicate things. So, thank you, Jamie. That's a lovely close-up. That's beautiful, thank you. And also, onto the main base of the card, do you know now, what did we call it? A thorax?
The thorax. Look at you
Did I
remembering.
remember?
Wow, that's it, yeah.
Wow,
Thorax,
get
someone
me.
told us.
Get me. I'm just going to add a bit of glue into the centre, and I'm going to pop little butterflies into that centre. Just to give it a little bit of, well, normally I'd use jewels, you know me and my gems.
Oh, yeah,
I'd normally
absolutely.
pop gems down there.
Yeah.
But I thought, do you know what? You've got all this gorgeous confetti cut out butterflies. Let's get them used. I'm going to put 3 on that one because I've realised I've put loads of glue down there. Oh, seem to have chopped a wing off there. Don't ask me how I've done that. Oh, chopped another wing off. Oh, dearie me.
They'll be flying around in circles, these
Oh, do you know what
butterflies,
it
won't
is? I know what it is. It's some of the pieces that are over there.
they? On the edge.
That's what it is.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
Silly old me. Oh, come on. Pick up. How many? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. I think we're doing all right for time then. We've only got to add something on though. Again, I'm not going to worry about that glue. It'll dry clear. I'm trying to find some whole butterflies, wings that I haven't clipped.
Well, you've done terrific, Debbie, says Pat. Stephanie says, this is looking fantastic. Cindy says, thank you, Debbie. And Ben, perfect instructions. Paul Prince, ×4, says, a real pretty card. Debbie is so talented. And Stephanie says, I've just gifted my neighbour who's just starting out a little bottle for the glue with a bottle of tacky glue.
Yes, the fine tip applicator. Oh yeah, you need a fine tip applicator. Debbie, what have you done with your foam pads? Oh dearie me.
Earlier on,
She did offer me some more, Tracy. Did offer me more, so I'm gonna have to.
they were under your,
found some.
you've got them now.
I
They were under your
found
glue
some.
tape pen earlier, weren't they?
They were indeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a couple of foam pads under my purple base, and we're just going to add. Let's get a couple. Oh, yeah, we'll put one down there. And there. And then I'm going to stick that into the centre. I'm just going to lift that up a little bit. It doesn't have to be the centre. If you want to add it somewhere else, maybe up at the top, down the bottom, it's entirely up to you. The other thing I'm going to do now is add a little bit of glue just around. I always use a bit of wet glue when I'm doing this, Ben, because I like to make sure I've got a bit of wiggle time to position the nesting die into place. And there you go.
That is brilliant.
You've got your craft along project done.
Blooming marvellous.
All
And
completed.
look at that.
Yep. I think I'm going to just make sure I centralise that because I can see it looking a little bit skew-whiff. There we go.
Ever the perfectionist.
I like that. You know me. You know what I'm like. But yeah, there you go. Your craft along completed with your confetti cutting dies. And they are absolutely, I love them. I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love these dies. I love, again, the creativity that you can do with them. So thank you for joining me on the craft along. And it looks like I'll not be seeing you now for a while, Ben. Just mopping my tears up.
We'll say our goodbyes in a moment. If you want to get the collection, then here it is. You are going to, if you just want to get the one set on its own, you can. So this is the butterfly. So if you want to get that individually, you can. You can get the die, and of course you get the stamps in there as well. So you've got your hello, you've got the butterfly die, and you've got the you beautiful and there. The majority of people when we launch this, and I think again tonight from the comments that I've seen, are going for the full collection. So you've got love with you and from with the hearts there. That beautiful, just for you. I mean, as I say, it could be snow, could be rain, could be a firework display. You've got the you in die form, and then thank, love, and just for in stamp form. There's that beautiful star, which I absolutely love. Superstar, you're a star, shining star. Party, which is the confetti cannon, which has just been released. Let's party, time to party, and birthday party. And last, but certainly by no means least, is the beautiful floral. So that is your happy. So you've got happy birthday, be happy, and you make me so happy. £44 or $56 is the price for all of that, or as I say, you can go individually too. All Things Wonderful says stunning. Jeanette Shelley says very pretty. Thank you, Debbie. I always know you will do something colourful. And Paul Prince says a really pretty card. Debbie is so talented. What a day that was, National Happiness Day. Debbie, thank you so much. So you will be back the second week of April.
Second week of April, I'll be back. I've got a couple of weeks down at Hobbymaker, back and forth. So yes, I shall see you all in a couple of weeks' time for those that don't watch Hobbymaker. I've had a blast, Ben.
Me too.
Thank you very much. And look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah, see you in May. Absence does make the heart grow fonder. I look forward to my Big Debbie hug when I see her again in May. You'll see her in April. And I'll see you again tomorrow as well, because we've got a fantastic day lined up tomorrow. We have got our launch day, another launch day. We've got some new masks, which you're going to love. Sheena's in to demonstrate those. And then, of course, tomorrow evening, as part of National Craft Month, we've got our mixed media special. And who better than Sheena to bring that to you? So it's going to be a fantastic day. Hopefully you can join us. And in the meantime, don't forget to check out all of the mixed media goodies that we've got over on the website and use that code as well to get you 30% off NCM Mixed Media. But a massive thank you to all of the team for the shows today. Thank you to you for watching, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow live at 1 and 5. Sheena and I will see you then. Until then, bye for now.